Mr. Bus saved 2 3/4 cup of gravy to make her family's Thanksgiving dinner. I said Mr. and it should be Mrs. Bus. Her sister made 4.5 cups, 4.5 more cups of gravy. At dinner, they used 5 4/5 cups of gravy. How much gravy in cups is left over? So let's think about what we have here. I'm just going to draw just a quick sketch. So we've got this amount called 2 3/4. Okay, she saved that. This is what she saved. Okay, she made more. So she made 4.5 more. Okay, this is what she made. And then she used some. She used a bigger amount, 5 4/5. And when you use something, what happens? Typically it goes away. So right now what I'm thinking is she saved some and she made some. What are we going to need to do to these two amounts? Well, I think we need to put them together. And once we put them together, we know that if she uses something, it's going to go away. So what she leaves is the gravy that's left over. We're going to call that G. So let's go ahead and write this GMA style. Let's step it up a notch. Let's take this and write 2 3/4 plus 4 5/10 minus 5 4/5. And if I wanted to say that I wanted to do this first, I could put parentheses around it, although it's not necessary. So right now I'm thinking to myself, this is a decimal and this is not. It's probably going to be easier to turn this into a fraction. So I could say this is 4 5/10, but a much easier way to be able to recognize this would be to call it 4 1/2 plus 2 3/4. That's looking much easier to look at. Now, in order to be able to put these together, we still have to find those common denominators. So I have to think to myself, what could I do to the number 2 to get to the number 4? Let's think. I could count by 2's. 2, 4. That's 1, 2. 2 groups of 2 will get me the number 4. So I'm going to multiply by 2, multiply by 2. This new fraction name is 4 2/4 plus 2 3/4. We're going to go ahead and drag this down just like we do when we do GMA. Okay. Let's see if we can put these together to make some sense of this. If I had 2/4 and I add 3/4, I'm going to end up getting 5/4. And 4 plus 2 is going to give me 6. Now I know that's an improper fraction, but I'm not going to change anything because now I have to take some away. Right? Oh no, I see a problem. I've got fourths and I've got fifths. So I've got to think about what is a common denominator that they could share. So I'm going to grab my pencil, I'm going to count by 4s, or I'm going to take out my handy dandy little multiplication chart, and I'm going to think about, well, what is a common number that 4 and 5 could share? So the easiest thing to do is to look and see, what do they share? They do share a 20. So that helps me know where my stopping point is going to be. So if I count by 4s, that's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Or I can just say that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 groups. That's 5 groups of 4. So I'm going to be multiplying my numerator and my denominator by 4. By 5. And that helps me get 25 20ths. The 6 is just going to float down. How many groups of 5 are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can multiply by the number 4. That gives me 16 20ths. The 5 is going to float down. And now I'm just going to drop that. So when I start with 25 and I take 16 away, that ends up being 9 20ths. And 6 minus 5 is 1. And I think to myself, 9 shares no factors with the number 20. So this is my final answer. Okay? Alright, once you have finished this, I want you to go and put this in